Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy.
Big D!
Right here on the Woodward Sports Network. Neal, Ruhl, Lindsey, Hunter in for D-Mac. We got the rest of the squad here, though, in the house. We got BMG. He is here. We have Spencer Raxter. He is here as well. We have all of you in the woodwardsports.com chat thread. Happy to have you all along for the ride. Lindsey, what's popping, man?
I don't know, man. I went to the Pistons game the other night. Still depressed, man.
It takes a lot out of you, man. Watching on TV takes a lot out of me.
And I think, I know our team is struggling. I'm more depressed because I actually saw Victor Wembanyama play. And I watched one. I told you the play that I told before we got on. I told you guys the play I was watching when he went up to set a pick and roll. He rolled to the rim and the guard threw a bad pass. Victor tipped it to himself, caught it in one motion, and dunked it backwards and never looked at the rim.
Detroit Lions in action this weekend. You guys know what it is. That's right. It is time for the NFL playoffs in the woodwardsports.com chat thread. Everybody chopping it up. And Tammy Chin, Morning Dabber, Jan, Pete, Doss, anyone else I might have missed? Happy Friday, everybody. Jan, morning, Tammy, great pictures. Too bad Neal didn't make it yesterday. I went down there. There was like 2 minutes left in the intermission, and I went down there for the picture, and nobody was around, and I needed more bourbon. So I made an executive decision. I said maybe I missed it. Maybe I was too late, and I went and got more bourbon. And then I got a text from D-Mac when I got into the alumni club to get said bourbon. He said, "Where you at?" I was like, "I was just there." So my apologies, I missed it. I promise I will be there next time.
Sure.
I promise. But no, we are going heavy Lions, Rams here today. There's a ton of stuff that I want to get to. Your team is not playing, so you can participate in these discussions because, as I like to say, if your team does not play, you cannot lose. So congratulations on advancing this weekend.
Thank you. We appreciate it. It was a hard-fought victory to get to where we are now. Now we have to heal up, and everybody, we're licking our wounds and get Band-Aids and ice buckets and things like that to get Armstead healthy and suited up and ready for combat.
Can I say one thing before we go full Lions everything?
Yes.
Alex Lyon is the reason the Red Wings got a point last night. That man was making plays. He stopped, 50 shots?
It was insane.
It was ridiculous.
And what's the Red Wings record right now? Are we winning?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go to a Red. Somebody suggested that I should go to a Red Wings game to
They're exciting to watch, too.
give me some solidarity.
Except last night.
Give my spirit some solidarity as far as competing is concerned because the Pistons have zapped every ounce of competitive fire out of me as far as the NBA is concerned.
All right. I would recommend it though. They are fun to watch.
Go see a Red Wing game, man.
They are fun to watch. And Spenny, look, I heard people. I felt this way too after the game was over. I felt, it's cool. We got a point.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have the fastball tonight. Got a point. But then I looked up, and I want you guys to tell me this real quick. And don't worry, we're going Lions. All right, we are going Lions. My problem was I looked up at the scores around the NHL, and there I saw the old Florida Panthers come back and win, and they won their 9th in a row. We're swimming in these waters. You can't have that, Spenny.
Yeah, it's tough. 4 in a row would have been impressive. You can't ask for them to win every game, especially when they're going up against really good teams. But the Oilers were a hot team, and they didn't have it offensively last night, but when you got him a point.
When you go through the stretch they've gone through, though, you don't have that luxury anymore, man.
Yeah.
You don't. And that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to put that out there. As it sits right now, the Red Wings are 2 points out of a playoff spot, but they're behind 3 teams for it. And the New Jersey Devils have 2 games at hand. The Penguins have 1 at hand. They actually have 2 games at hand over the Lightning. So that's your update on that. And oh, by the way, BMG, I know this is bad, and I'm curious to get your thoughts, Lindsey. I saw on Twitter that people were talking about Connor McDavid's goal. Was it offside or not? Am I a bad fan that I'm glad that stood because that was electric?
It was
dude.
nasty.
No, yeah, I don't think it was offsides. Anyways, they reviewed it multiple times and it looked good. And yeah, that was an insane goal. And like we talked about it, him in that overtime when you skate out him and Draisaitl on the same line,
it's a wrap.
3-on-3. You don't have much of a chance at all.
No, it's a wrap. But Robert Colosia, Neal, it's okay because Lindsey can still talk about his time with the Celtics. People, we should sit down and do a podcast about your time with the Boston Celtics.
No, we should do a podcast. And why are we getting such bad luck with the draft? I think it's because we took Darko second. I'm still reflecting on that. I think we're getting our poetic justice for doing that, and it's just coming back to us. We took Darko second, so guess what the draft gods have said? Oh, you like the second pick? I'm gonna give it to you again.
We'll get there, Lindsey. We'll get not
what about
today,
the
man.
fifth pick?
Yeah. No, not today though, Lindsey. We're not doing that today. No, but
it's just dude, I saw the future of Detroit right in front of us down at the LCA. He was a 7'3".
That's being generous.
Right, a 7'3" wing that's probably top 2 in the NBA in blocks. That can shoot, pass, dribble. For God's sakes, he had a triple-double.
In 16 minutes or 21 minutes or whatever it was. I know, Lindsey.
No, it hurts, Neal. It really hurts. I mean, this is like, they should have forfeited that game. They should have never let him come here to play because we saw what we missed. We got to see.
Intimately.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great White Buffalo.
Because the guy's going to win championships. He's going to win multiple championships if he stays healthy.
Yes.
Yeah.
That just pisses me off.
Mike G. Does Darko like the Bazooki Lounge more than basketball? 248. I love that line. 248.
248.
We're 313 here though, right?
We are 3-1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're through.
That-
248 is suburbs.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Mike G, is Lindsey okay? No, I'm not. I'm really not.
He is downtrodden today about that whole thing. He
I
is
don't
really
like him.
downtrodden.
I brought my basketball to keep me. You know what I'm saying? At least I can.
I thought you were going to go hooping in the playground today.
No, it's just not one of those days, man. It's just like I'm trying to like reminisce on how much I love this, and the pain of watching Victor Wembanyama out there looking like, I'm like, dude, if he was in a Piston uniform, we'd be on fire right now.
When I saw him putting work on Giannis when they were playing the Bucks, I was like, I hate my life.
Well, they are like 6-30 as
Doesn't
well.
matter.
Though. They're 6-30, Lindsey.
Their 6-30 looks better than our 3-35.
Great White Buffalo.
And okay, I'll tell you this: look at their team and think about their future, and look at our team and think about our future. Who looks better now?
I'm working on it. I'll fix it.
McDavid is so good. They're just showing that.
They're showing the Connor McDavid goal again.
Yeah.
I know. And it's Mike G. I told you guys this. Like I was going to see Connor McDavid. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I wanted the Wings to win, but I was going to see Connor McDavid.
No, and that's fair. It's just like when I asked Lindsey for the Piston tickets. I went to go see Jokic, and obviously he got booted at half, but that's what you do.
They still won,
sometimes.
though.
They did still win.
Yeah, they still did. We had Reggie Jackson and KCP both drop 20 on us.
This shit is so bad, bro. This is bad.
Well, hey, you guys remember though that the KCP? I was told KCP sucks, and who should they have taken? Remember that? Remember that debate?
Yeah, Trey Burke.
Yeah, Trey Burke's the next coming. KCP sucks, and here's old KCP pumping in 20 points, winning rings.
2 chips.
He was the inventor of the 3-and-D. That's all I'm saying. All right, everybody. No, but we're getting into it. It's going.
Inventor of the 3.
He was. That's who 3-and-D was named after.
No, it was.
It was
not.
created off of KCP. Who was it then?
3-and-D's been around before KCP.
Yeah, Dennis Scott.
Except he couldn't defend anybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, that's what I'm saying. So no, but it was cool. The game was fun last night. They do a good job with the presentation at the hockey game and all that stuff. LCA does a good job with game presentation. You can't deny that. They do.
Not at the Piston games.
Well, game presentation is all the stuff while the game is not going on.
It's not. Yeah, that's not good at the Pistons game either. I'm sorry. When the team sucks, nothing is good. Presentations is shitty. The halftime's shitty. Everything's shitty. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Who gives a damn about guys out there flipping and dunking basketballs? That shit is. Give me some wins, man.
Yeah. No, but look, guys, it's time to strap in, though. It's time to buckle in for the NFL playoffs. The Lions and the Rams.
Something exciting.
There's multiple angles. I do want to get into some nuts and bolts today. I do want to take guys. Guess what we get to do, by the way? And I just thought about this.
What's that?
And I'm calling an audible on this during the show, Spenny. We get to go around the league and look at the other playoff games.
Mm-hmm.
How do they? What are the implications for Detroit and the Lions?
NFL.
Around the NFL, like we get to do this stuff and kind of take a look at all the other playoff games.
Trading new waters.
I want to take a segment. Instead of a nickel package, since there's 6 games, maybe it's a 2-deep.
Okay.
We do a 2-deep around the NFL playoffs, real quick.
2. Yeah, I like it.
You like the cover 2?
Yeah,
Huh?
I like it.
Huh? We get to do these things now. I got to fire up the engines here. Lindsey came in here like a wet blanket trying to put the fire out. I don't care. I'm putting new wood on the fire. Here we go, everybody.
It's fair.
Let's get it in and get to the discussions, and really get down to it, because I did want to say this. I told this to Spenny and Lindsey, real quick, because we're not making a topic out of it, but I do want your answer. You remember the 2014 Lions? One of the best defenses in the history of the National Football League, a top 10 defense in the history of the NFL. We kind of cross-compared this year's Lions team with that year's Lions team and which team would win. And Lindsey, I came to the conclusion, even yesterday driving home where I was thinking about it, it's this simple. If the 2014 Lions team had Dan Campbell as the coach, they would have won. On one play.
Who was
Jim
their coach?
Caldwell.
Jim Caldwell. On one play.
What play was that?
4th and 1, 5-ish minutes to go.
Oh, he's
in Dallas's territory.
He's definitely going for
and
that.
Caldwell punts it.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell is getting that first down and keeping the football. And I believe in my soul they win that game.
That's a fair assessment. I don't know if they'll get it, but he's damn sure going for it.
Yeah, it's
Even
fair. They
after
don't
3
have the
penalties.
offensive line that they do now. So,
Do you think that would matter to Dan Campbell?
no, but it would be a lower percentage of them getting it. But
Not-
he's definitely going.
He's
He's
definitely
going
going for
for
it. He's definitely going for it. And I think, and we'll get into this, I think that at some point in this football game on Sunday night, that is going to play a part. Because, I've been kind of studying deep into it and listening to people talk about Sean McVay, and he kind of leans the other way. He's a little more conservative. He's safer.
But he will take chance. He will gamble. McVay will gamble in certain situations I've watched. He will. But he's, for the most part, he's one of the wonder boy coaches, and he'll go by the book most of the time.
Right. WoodwardSports.com chat thread, David Witt. Which one of those teams had 4,000-yard, 10-plus touchdown players? Which one of those teams had 2 running backs go over 1,000 yards each combined? That was a 2014 team. But, Stafford didn't have a running game, even though they ran for 1,400 yards, 1,500 yards. But now I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. That was fun on Monday, though. We are, though. We're getting into it. Tell them about Dispo, Spenny. Let's run this. Let's turn this thing up.
Let's turn it up and turn it up. And where you can turn up is at Dispo. Start the new year lifted with Dispo Dispensary. It's obviously the only choice you need to make. Experience Dispo Dispensary, a team that curates an unbelievable atmosphere mixed with the fresh inventory from Michigan's largest variety of products. Come through our stores or order on Dispo Dash today. New year, new deals, same plug. Dispo Dispensary, disposhops.com, your local cannabis plug.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Fans, it's the moment we've been waiting for. After 30 years, the playoffs are here in Detroit. Join us for the Ultimate Lions VIP tailgate hosted by Bullseye Event Group. You know I'm going to be down there. I'm going to be turning up. Come have fun with us.
Holy
and it's
shit.
sponsored by Long Drink. As the Lions take on Matthew Stafford and the Rams, food, music, excitement, and the chance to witness history. Let's roar together down at Eastern Market. Go to bullseyeeventgroup.com and get your tickets today.
All right, guys.
Lions fan.
Here we go. Sunday night, NBC.
Are you ready?
Bright lights, big cities, pretty ladies. It is on. The Lions and the Rams. Let's get into it. Detroit supremacy. Neal, what's your opinion on Easy's Detroit Rams hat he was wearing yesterday? What?
He was not wearing a
What?
Detroit Rams hat. He was wearing
What?
He was wearing a Lions hat that was gold with a lion on it. It was
And a ram?
No, it was just a Lions hat.
In a ram, and it said Love 9?
It did not say that. It just had a Detroit Lions symbol on it.
Was it autographed by Kelly Stafford?
It was not. It just happened to be a Lions hat that was gold. I can bring.
Are we sure?
Yeah.
Well, why would he wear a hat that color, though?
It's a pretty cool hat, but
I understand, but I mean,
Here, I got a
for this
picture of it.
specific week, you're going to wear the enemy's colors? Who does that?
I don't know. But all right.
This is
What? Okay.
the hat Easy has that he was wearing.
Oh, you can't do that. That's more of like a Stafford jersey.
Yes.
A half Stafford, half Lion jersey. That's the same shit. You gonna let him get away with that, Neal? So all of a sudden, he comes out with a yellow.
Yeah, he's had that for a while. He got it in like 2014.
But we've never seen it.
He's worn it before.
I've never seen it. Have you?
I have no comment.
He's worn it plenty of times.
Can we confirm? We can't see the back of that hat. Is there a Rams logo on the back of that hat?
There's not a Rams logo on the hat.
Okay.
He has a half Stafford, half Lions hat.
I'll let it slide. I'll side with Spenny.
All right.
I'll side with Spenny for now. Lorena Rios in the WoodwardSports.com chat. And I want your thoughts, like just general thoughts. We're going to do the what if stuff. I have a couple of what if topics. We are going to do a 2-deep instead of a nickel package. We're looking at the entire NFL playoff slate because we can do that because we're involved too. Lorena Rios. Neal, which way do you lean? And Lorena, as we closed out the last segment, Lindsey, this is where I live with it. Because this isn't going to be easy. Like no. I know that we all want the 31-7 win when you're up 17-0 and then it's 24-7 and you win 31-7. That ain't happening.
No.
The LA Rams are a good football team. They are. The LA Rams have good players. They do. Guess why? Because they're in the NFL playoffs. This isn't easy. The Lions are a 3-point favorite. The sports books are telling you these are pretty much coin toss teams on a neutral field. It's a coin toss. That's what they're saying.
Right.
But I, honest to God, think this, and this is wild. I had my epiphany last night, and it didn't cost me $50 at Tiffany's. So here's what it was, Lindsey. I do believe, because there's a lot of similarities, right? A lot of similarities in the teams. Both these teams have their units where they're strong. Certainly the receiving core for the Rams against the Lions secondary is advantage Rams. Certainly. Right. The Lions run defense against the Rams rushing attack, advantage Lions. I have a season's worth of data. Right. Matt Stafford did not win a game this year when the Rams didn't run for 100 yards. 0. Okay?
How many games did he play this year? He was out quite a few, wasn't he?
3 or 4, something like something like that. I forget the exact number. But Lindsey, there are advantages and there's punches and there's counter punches everywhere. And I swear to you, I believe in my heart 1,000% that on Sunday night at about 11:18, when the Lions have won the game, I honest to God think it will be because Dan Campbell flipped a possession here or a possession there. For real. Honest to God, that's not McVay's track record. It's not where he lives. It's where Dan Campbell lives, and it's what they do. And Lindsey, I do think that Dan Campbell over Sean McVay is an advantage for the Lions, which is going to be, you guys are going to go Spenny.
That's ridiculous.
No, Spenny.
Sean McVay is a much better coach than Dan Campbell.
No, not
He's
now.
got a Super Bowl, Neal. You can't say Dan Campbell is a better coach than Sean McVay.
He's better at clock management.
No,
he's better
not.
at possession management.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. The reason they're good, what is the reason the Lions are good now? What's one of the reasons?
Their offensive line in the running game.
Okay. And how have they taken advantage of that?
This is not a Sean McVay versus it's Ben Johnson and Sean McVay.
No.
Those
See,
are the
that
arguments
is
you
a
have.
matchup. That is a matchup. Spenny, will possession management and fourth down be a storyline? Is that a matchup in this game?
For sure.
Is it a pretty big matchup?
Yes, it is.
So therefore, you agree that it's a big matchup.
It is.
Who has a better feel for the pulse of that?
I would say Dan Campbell is more aggressive.
That was my
when he
point.
Goes after it. It's not
That's
like
my
Sean
point.
McVay loses or wins games because of his calls. I've never seen that, never heard that anywhere. You can't say Sean McVay is a worse coach than Dan Campbell. You cannot say that.
In the fourth down game, Dan Campbell has the edge.
Based on
it's
what?
proven.
Because he
based
gambles more?
Yes,
Because he goes
and is
for it
successful more, and that's how they win games, Spenny. They manage the clock. They steal extra possessions. That's how they do it, Spenny. That's part of the reason they do it. I know it's pretty granular, and it's not easy button. And you say, "Oh, he won a Super Bowl. He's a better coach." I know it's not. It's more granular.
Do you think Dan Campbell is a better coach than Sean McVay?
In fourth down situations, yes.
Okay. Well,
yes, I do.
The Rams have a 78.9% success rate on fourth down.
On how many attempts?
19. They're 15 of 19.
Okay, and the Lions?
I think it's like 50 something.
On how many attempts? And how many conversions? Yes. It's not about success rate, Spenny. It's about when you do it and how you control the games. That's what it is.
I wouldn't say. I'm not gonna say Dan Campbell's a better coach than McVay.
I never said that.
What are you saying, man?
In fourth down scenarios,
So just
in terms of possession management and big moments.
So in a vacuum on fourth, I see what you're saying.
That's what I'm getting at.
He's more aggressive as a coach.
And he takes more chances.
Yes.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And that's part of the reason for the Lions' success. Look at the analytics of it. And Spenny, like when you talk about like conversion percentage and stuff like that, you got to go deeper into that and say how many of those possessions ended in touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Because Maz was famous for this in the middle of the season when he would say, "Oh, you take the field goal here, you take the field goal there," and instead the Lions go for it twice, right? They go for it twice. They get stopped once. The next time they go, they get a touchdown. They end up with 7 points instead of 6. That's affecting the game.
In the NFL this year, the Rams are the 4th-ranked team on fourth down, and the Lions are 15th.
In percentage.
Yes.
In percentage. Right, but see, you got to dig deeper than that, Spenny. Again, when you go for 4th and 7.
What are the Lions?
Listen, Spenny, listen. When you go for it on 4th and 7 at the 31 and don't take the field goal and don't get it. Okay? And we've seen them do that.
Yeah.
And don't get it. And then the next time you go for it on 4th and 3 at the 28, and you do get it, and that drive ends in a touchdown, it's a net positive. You have 7 points out of 2 possessions instead of 6. You do.
Yeah.
It's math.
All right.
That's my point. That's a 50% conversion percentage, right? Right?
Yeah.
But it's a net positive. Right?
I don't understand. Have you done the research and broken down both the Rams and the Lions?
I'm giving you the math on it right now, Spenny.
What odds the Lions have?
Well, the Rams are 78%. The Lions are 50%. The Rams are better. I just told you a 50% conversion percentage is a net positive of a point.
Okay, and so it doesn't count when the Rams are better at it? But because the Lions
Rams are 78, Lions are 50. Rams are better.
So you're saying the Rams don't get a touchdown every other one, but the Lions do? Is that the argument? I don't know.
No, I'm sure there's been instances where that's happened for the Rams, but over the course of the season for the Lions, we've seen it play out repeatedly, and that's part of the reason they're successful. And we've seen them do it in fourth quarters to continue drives and turn out the clock.
Yeah, Spenny, he's not saying Dan Campbell's a better overall coach than McVay. Just in a vacuum on fourth down.
He gambles more. He's more aggressive.
Right.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Didn't we just get done saying, and you agreed with it, if you put Dan Campbell on a 2014 team, the Lions win that game?
Yeah.
That's my point. That's how playoff games work. They come down to that every time.
Okay, well, I'm just saying Sean McVay has proven it in the playoffs. Dan Campbell hasn't. Flat out.
Those are facts.
Okay, and then okay, so we can go granular with that too. Well, Sean McVay won a Super Bowl. Well, yeah, because a pass hit a safety in the chest and he dropped it.
Okay.
If he catches it, they don't.
Yeah.
Like that's.
We don't know that.
What do you mean we don't know that?
We don't know that. If they catches it, he don't. We don't know that.
Well, the Rams don't have any timeouts left. We know that. We know that for certain.
Yeah, but they could have turned the ball over. They could have done something
Okay,
else.
man.
Anything happens.
But that's my point, though.
It's just like the helmet catch with the Giants.
Yeah.
Funky things happen on the way to a Super Bowl. You know that.
Oh, 100%. Like there are moments. The great UNLV team that beat Duke by 30 beat Ball State 69-67.
Exactly.
And got away with it. No, it happened. Like I'm not saying that though. You know, like show me a champion, and I'll show you somewhere along the line where they caught a break.
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Absolutely.
Every single one of them.
Every sport,
Every champion,
for
all
sure.
the time, man.
That's why Flannel gets mad at Brady. He's the luckiest quarterback ever. It's because he's been in that situation
Repeatedly.
so many times.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, that's my point on
But he
it.
only scored
is
13 points against the Rams in that one Super Bowl, though.
Yeah, but he still won.
13-3.
Yeah. It was the worst Super Bowl of all time. Man. That shit was embarrassing.
Jake Wegener. Dan Campbell hasn't coached in the playoffs, so you have no data, and a lack of evidence does not make evidence. So, Jake, you think he's Lindsey, is he magically going to change what he does?
No,
No,
he's still
gonna
going to be
who he is.
aggressive.
We've seen it. We saw that in Dallas on 4th down for 4 times. He's
No.
not going to change.
Paul Thomas, we know the refs will give Stafford 2 pass interference calls in the end zone.
I don't know.
Yeah. Mike G, why are we yelling at each other, boys? We have a common enemy, and that's the Rams.
That's true. That is true.
Oh, Spenny loves Sean McVay. Thinks he's the greatest coach in the game.
I think he's a top 5 coach in the NFL.
Thinks we should trade right now.
I think he's a top 5 coach in the
Jameer
NFL.
gives Sean
I do.
McVay. Jameer in a first-round pick for Sean McVay.
No.
Bring him home.
No. Well, Ben Johnson leaves maybe, but
Bring him home. No, but that's Lindsey. Honest to God, that's the feeling I'm getting, is that this game is going to come down to the 4th quarter, because most of them do. Let's be honest.
Yep.
It's a 1-score league, and I think that the Lions will end up winning this game, because you win in this game on what you're good at, and ultimately when you lose by what you're bad at. Because we talked about that, like show me a championship team, I'll show you a lucky break. Show me a team that's lost in any playoff in any sport. Show me a box score. Show me what they didn't do well during the season, and they usually coincide.
No doubt. But I think it'll come down to the Lions' pass rush. I think how much pressure they can put on Stafford to get him off his spots. Don't let him sit in the pocket, because he's been hot. He's been extremely hot during the latter part of the season. So if they can disrupt him, then I think the Lions can control the game. That's the big thing for me. I want to see them put pressure on him. I don't want him to get any type of rhythm, because whether you like it or not, Stafford is a hell of a quarterback. Regardless of what he did here, whatever, I don't care. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, and he's proven, and he's tough as nails.
Detroit Dabber 313. Spencer was the one who thought McVay was being better overall. Neal said Dan Campbell is an advantage with clock management.
rewind the tape.
Why can't anyone follow that? I don't know, Dabber.
Rewind the tape. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. Well, he's right. Like that was
rewind the tape.
that was our points.
The story will tell.
The ones says in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread, aggressiveness does win games, and remember, we also have CD Deuce and Iffy in the backfield. But Young Jay is breaking news from Young Jay. Spencer wears a Rams jersey to bed. Is that the case?
That is not true.
Do you eat chunky soup because Sean McVay is the pitch man?
I like chunky soup, but not because
I do
of
too.
Sean McVay.
Yeah, I if anything, it made me not like it more.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I'm still gonna eat it.
I'm still going to eat it. It's good stuff. It's a meal in a bowl.
It is, man.
They got some good flavors.
Double sirloin soup.
yeah.
Tell me you're not messing
for
with that.
sure.
We're all messing with
For
that.
sure.
Now, granted, it's going to be about 6,000 milligrams of sodium,
Hey, it's worth it.
but it's worth
Yeah, a
it.
piece
No.
of bread and butter, some double sirloin soup for sure.
Absolutely. Well, hey, Rams are going to need a guardian. Matt Stafford's going to need a guardian.
Matt Stafford is going to need a guardian because Hutch is coming for that ace. And luckily, he could get guardian alarm, but I don't know if they'll help him out this week because it's all Lions, baby. Customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and no guardian alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And, of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology has been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. Call them at 1-800-STAY-OUT. That's 1-800-STAY-OUT. And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Neal Ruhl here for Fairway Packing Company. The finest meats in all the land come from Fairway Packing Company. Whether it's prime beef, dry aged beef, Wagyu beef, all of it. If you had a good steak at any restaurant, any casino, any hotel in this city, it's come from Fairway Packing Company. Go to fairwaypacking.com. Today, go to the Grab and Go Steak Shop in Grosse Pointe Woods as well. Had the best ribeyes ever in the history of my life from Fairway Packing Company. Brought them home, seasoned them up, threw them on the grill. They were incredible. Go to fairwaypacking.com. Keeping it pushing here. Lions, Rams, Sunday night. We're getting into it. There's a lot of emotion in the room. There is no doubt about that, but we're breaking it down. And I was telling BMG that this weekend and getting towards this weekend, Lindsey, is kind of like a hangover. Like you go through the waves where you have like an emotional outburst and then you calm down and everything's okay and you think, all right, we're in. And then you get all worked up again. It's like the sweats, you know? They come and they go. They're in and they're out.
I'm having fun watching how all the people around are reacting to the first playoff game here, and with a chance
I'm fucking ready.
I'm having fun. My buddy Tad Rose, he's really not a Lions fan. He's just been here his whole life. He's kind of a hater, really. I'm not even going to tell the people what he predicts because I'm going to put a sign on his car with Lion Hater on it so everybody that sees him can ridicule him. But he's not all the way in, you know. He's a guy that thinks Matthew Stafford's going to come in here and win. Tad Rose is his name, people. Watch him. Tadrose. Tad Rose. Look him up. So I've been arguing with him all week. And the thing he comes up to me and says, Matthew Stafford the last 2 minutes? Who do you want?
Kirby Joseph, the ender. The quarterback ender.
The closer?
The closer. He's going to pick off Matt Stafford in those final 2 minutes to seal the game.
And then Stafford will walk away from the game and his final pass will have been thrown to Kirby Joseph.
I think the Lions win by a touchdown. I think they win by a touchdown. That's what I'm predicting.
When you talk about final 2 minutes too, like if you were in Dallas and it was inside 2 minutes and you had to go the length of the field and get a touchdown, like that, like those types of situations.
Yeah. What did Stafford do?
What did Goff do?
Goff got it done.
100%.
Goff got it done, and we should have kicked the field goal, but stingy.
Well, no, because they completed the 2-point conversion and won the game.
No, they did.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. I watched it.
I watched it too. They did not. It did not count.
You gonna keep up that energy about the Michigan national title?
Yep.
Are you? Because I'm not. I watched it happen.
No, it didn't count.
It did count.
It didn't count, Neal.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Easy in the house. Spenny being called a Rams fan for acknowledging McVay as a great coach. That's cute. Easy's coming in to get your back, Spenny.
I mean, he's right.
What? Well, yeah, he wears a Rams hat, like a Detroit Rams hat. Of course he's going to say that. That's how he operates. But yeah, I wanted to do this segment too. And because there is, I don't want to say it's zero sum, because if you win, you move on, and then you're playing for a shot to go to the NFC Championship and all of that. And for me, Lindsey, it's one of those things where I do want to have this discussion while we're in this space, right? While everyone's still excited, before the game happens, before we have a scapegoat if they do lose, before we heap the blame on, somebody. I do want to have this discussion, Lindsey. And don't worry, next segment we're going to do the opposite of this. What if they lose?
What if who lose?
What if the Lions lose?
What do you mean? What if they
What
lose?
if? I mean,
It's not going to happen.
What does that mean to you? What if? What do you think it will look like? Not necessarily in the game. I'm talking about like the fallout. Well, you got to go through the darkness to get to the light. That's the way nighttime works.
If the Lions lose, there'll be people asking for Goff's head. We got to get rid of Goff. He's not. I told you he couldn't get us where we needed to go. There'll be that group, the anti-golfers. Spinny.
BMG looked over.
Spinny will be the president of that club. I'm not just the client, I'm the president.
No, my narrative hasn't changed. One game is not going to change the way I feel about it. It's like I said, I know how I stand on business with Goff, and I expect him to get it done. I expect him to go out there.
Yeah, but the question is, what if they lose?
What if they lose? It depends how they lose. It depends what goes on. I expect Goff to have a good game. He's at home. He's in the dome. Yeah, I expect him to have a good game like we've seen all year. It's like 270 to 300 yards, couple touchdowns. I expect it to be a good game. They're not going to lose. I'm not even fucking thinking about that shit. I'm not even thinking of those scenarios.
Well, Neal brought it up.
Yeah.
Well, because we got to go. Yeah, because we got to go. Yeah, hey, I got a Jim Everett jersey at home.
Dan Campbell's goatee says Spuddy will flip-flop on Goff again. No, my narrative has been the same. I don't think he's the guy to take you to the promised land. I don't want to pay him $50 million a year. If he proves me wrong, I'll be the happiest person on the earth.
Dan Campbell's goatee also said if the Lions lose, I would drink myself into oblivion.
That's fair. I'm going to do it either way, win or lose.
Motown Mitch, we all know that Spenny says it's all Goff's fault, that's the Spenny easy way.
If Jared Goff goes out there and throws for 100 yards and 3 interceptions, yeah, I'm going to say that. I don't expect that to happen. If it's on the defense, I'll blame the defense. I'm not impartial. Like, if it's his fault, I'm going to say it's his fault. If it's not his fault, I won't say it's his fault. If he goes out there and throws for 350 yards and 2 touchdowns and they still lose, I'm not going to blame him.
WoodwardSports.com chat
But they're
thread.
not going to lose.
I know they're not. I'm just...
My dad's coming on Sunday, too.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's coming to the watch party.
The Woodward Sports Live Watch Party. Danny Rachter, is he bringing a bottle of scotch with him?
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm gonna pull up. Him and D-Mac are gonna be in the back in the Maz chairs.
In the old Olympia?
Yeah.
In the old Olympia Stadium?
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Hoof-hearted. If the Lions lose, we know how people will talk ish about them this offseason.
Yep.
If they win, we don't yet know how people will talk ish about the Lions this offseason. For me, and we touched on this a little bit throughout the week. For me, Lindsey, if they lose, disappointment, obviously. Crushed, obviously. But the overriding factor for me is that not a lot changes structurally for the organization.
No, that doesn't
I
change.
like the spot they're in. I like the guy that hands the envelopes to the commissioner during the NFL draft. I like the philosophy of the coach. I like the aggressiveness. And I actually brought that up as well as part of the what if they lose. I'll say this. What if they lose? If it's like a 4th down call that they go for and they don't get it, I'm cool with it.
Yeah,
I'm cool with it.
You almost have to be.
I'm not going to double back on it and flip flop on it.
But you almost have to be because you know that's what he's going to do.
Right.
You know, my question to you is, if they do lose,
They're not losing.
well, he brought it up, Spenny.
I'm not fucking losing.
Are you going to say this was not a successful season?
Yes.
Yes.
Say they achieved half of their goals.
Because well, Spenny, like for me, it's not because of and then what will happen next year?
Yeah.
So you go win the division again, but what are the questions?
Can they win in the playoffs?
Same questions.
Yeah.
Now you've been 33 years since you won a playoff game or whatever the number changes to. So you didn't answer the questions, Lindsey.
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
You answered a lot of questions.
But you didn't answer them all.
No. Even
didn't
if
answer
they
them when
win
they
the
matter
first,
most.
even if they win the first playoff game and lose next, they didn't answer them all. You're never going to answer them all until you win the Super Bowl.
No,
that's
Lindsey,
when all the boxes have been checked. When you win a Super Bowl, you've checked all the boxes.
But that's where I disagree, because this and look,
Well, let's agree to
I've had this
disagree.
discussion. You are not in the same place. The team you root for as a franchise through the history is not in the same
It
place,
doesn't
Lindsey.
matter. You have a team. You have a Super Bowl contending team here. The end goal should only be to win the Super Bowl eventually. That's the goal.
Eventually, yes.
And you're not going to say you checked all the boxes just because you win one playoff game.
I'm talking about to get up to speed of like a normal franchise.
They're already there.
No, Lindsey.
They're there.
That's
You
where we
have the
differ, man.
No, you have the when the structure, when the foundation is in place, you're there. When you don't have the foundation, you're not. We see teams without the foundation. We see teams every day.
But Lindsey, that's where
look at what is it? The Jaguars, not the Jaguars. Bryce Young's team.
Oh, the Panthers, yeah.
What type of foundation do they have? None.
Nothing. They
Right.
got a pretty good defense.
But Lindsey, my point is this, though. I mean, if you talk about like a Super Bowl foundation,
They have that.
The Lions do not have a concrete Super Bowl foundation yet.
Yes, they do.
You give Brad Holmes one more draft, and then I do believe so. One free agency period,
here's the
I
thing.
do believe so.
No, but here's the thing: a foundation is not the completion. A foundation is you have solidified what you have to build a Super Bowl team.
Oh, then we have different definitions.
Yes,
We're on common ground there. Yeah,
Yes.
the foundation's in place.
Yes, you have a
the
Super Bowl
talent. The
foundation.
talent is not overall. The talent is not there yet, in my opinion, to win a Super Bowl. But it's very, very close.
Yes.
It's very close. And that's why, for me, for this whole thing to be a success, you got to vanquish it all. You have to vanquish it all of it. The narrative, the 30 years, the playoffs. Haven't won one playoff game since the 50s.
And I understand.
You have to do that,
I
Lindsey.
understand as fans how you guys feel about all that stuff, but I'm sure those guys in that locker room don't give a damn about none of that. They're not thinking about that crap. They're not thinking about how they were viewed in the past.
Well, no, because they didn't live it. We did.
Exactly.
We did live it.
Exactly. So
I did
those,
walk out of the Silverdome
Yes.
as a little kid with my dad after that playoff win over the Dallas Cowboys, going, "It's here. It's going to
But that
happen."
stuff is for you.
And I never felt it again,
But
Lindsey.
that stuff is for you guys, not the team. I guarantee you, those guys in that locker room don't give a damn. They feel like right now, every guy in that locker room right now feels like they can get to the Super Bowl and win it.
100%.
Booner path.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the Booner path.
They feel like that. So even if something happens that we checked the majority of the boxes this season, we know there's more to go. We know we have more growth to do. It's still the right situation, the right team. They could add some pieces. They could add some talent. Everybody's going to try to add talent.
Yeah.
But that's part of the path to being great, and they're on the right path.
Booner path.
The Booner Path. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Motor City Meltdown. Hendon Hooker, quarterback in 2024 if they lose this game. You support that, Spenny?
What?
Hendon Hooker, the quarterback next year if they lose. That's what.
Like I said, it depends on how they lose. If Jared Goff goes out there and throws 300 yards and 3 touchdowns and they still lose, I'm not going to blame him.
Yes. WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Jesse Adams. Lindsey's way off on this one. He could say that because his team is a good team, one of the best teams. They keep dropping the ball on the 1-yard line for the past few years. Like, you guys, is it fair to say that the 49ers are further along in assembling a Super Bowl roster than the Lions are?
Yeah, that's easy to say because you just look at they have splash talent. You look at the 49ers and you can just start rattling off, they have a top 2 receiver, top 1 running back, top 1 linebacker, everything is, that everybody doesn't have that. You could go around the league. Most teams don't have that type of talent, right?
Right.
So that's a different situation. But yet and still, you still have teams like the Lions. You have teams that are still Super Bowl contenders that have good young talent that have a budding defense that could add pieces to be greater, but they're still they have the foundation to get it done. Yeah, you never know. You never know how things are going to break off in the playoffs. You never know how things are going to go. Teams get on a roll all the time, unsuspecting teams, and go win a Super Bowl, and everybody looks at them and goes, wow, who saw that coming? Whatever. You never know how things are going to break in the playoffs. The fact that they're in the playoffs, they have a team that's more than capable of winning a Super Bowl right now if things go their way. So I'm not opposed to saying that, no, if they don't win a Super Bowl, no, they didn't check all the boxes, but they're damn sure going in the right direction.
I know what to expect from wintertime in Detroit, that it's going to be time for comfort foods, and Big Boy certainly is the play. One of Newsweek's best national restaurant chains in 2023, by the way. You can do the veal parmesan, the Southern Comfort chicken bowl. What about breakfast? The stuffed potato pancakes are back, the classic lumberjack or the Santa Fe garden as well. Also, new apple pie hotcakes that are too good to miss, and top it all off with the new gingerbread shake for dessert. Stop by your local Big Boy today.
Have you ever wondered where all the finest restaurants get their steaks? It's Fairway Packing Company, providing Michigan restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef for over 60 years. But now you can buy these cuts of meat for yourself at the Steak Shop by Fairway Packing Company. Prime porterhouse, A5 Japanese New York strip steak, dry aged Wagyu beef tomahawk. Delicious. Get to the Steak Shop today. Enjoy fine wine, have a private party, and get the finest cuts of meat anywhere. The Steak Shop on Mack Avenue in Grosse Pointe Woods, or order online, fairwaypacking.com.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists, and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. That's right, college basketball's most elite event. You and your 5 best friends just get to any Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically register to win the trip of your dreams. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
You tired of those same old Detroit sports wearables? Go to woodwardsports.com/shop. Just get 3 of the Stoked Not Scared t-shirts. Get it in, everybody. Get ready. Be stoked, not scared. They got baseball, football, basketball, hockey. There's a Woodward Sports golf line as well. But mainly, it's the Stoked Not Scared t-shirt right there in the middle. It's hoodie season 2. It's beanie season. It's going to be like 4 degrees on Monday, everybody. Let's have some common sense out here. Get the beanies, get the hoodies, all that. woodwardsports.com/shop. Keeping it pushing here, Big D Energy. Neal, Ruhl, Lindsey Hunter in for D-Mac, Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter, all of you. We're on edge here today. And we're talking Lions-Rams. We're going all the way here today. Jump into that woodwardsports.com chat thread. Key Ozzy says, delicious. I like it. That's pretty good. Ransom. The only way we would cut Jared Goff is if he has a horrible game. Do you remember that time that a team cut the second
They're
lead?
not going to cut Jared Goff.
Do you remember that time an NFL team cut the second leading passer in the NFL, 4th most in touchdowns?
Can't remember.
You remember that time?
Nope.
Oh, it happens every other year, Lindsey. It happens every other year.
Seen that one.
Wrap your head around the fact that he's pretty good, everybody. Nope. Neal, stop. You promised another segment. What if they win? What if they win?
I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to shed some tears.
You're going to cry?
Oh, yeah.
I will probably tear up as well, Lindsey. That's my point, though, about I know the players haven't been here, and they don't think like that. I have. Lindsey, my mother was not born the last time they won a championship. My mom was not born. You see what I'm saying, Lindsey? Like, you you say you know, but you don't know.
Yeah, I know.
You
but
don't know.
If you're going to keep living your life torturing yourself because the Lions were a pile of shit for years, you're not going to get past it, because everything that happens that's not perfect, you're going to sit back and go, in the back of my mind, I just remember we were dog shit for 30 years.
But I know that it's different now.
Well, let it go.
I have let it go.
You need to let it go.
Right, but how do you validate that, though? How do you validate that? See, that's like,
It's
what if
already
they
been validated.
What if they win? Then everything is validated, everything is vanquished, and here we go. For real.
So if they win this playoff game, all that stuff you're gonna let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let it go.
I mean, I've let it. All right, let me back that up. I have already let it go because I know what the reality is right now.
I don't think you've let it go.
But the narrative will be put to bed,
Who
and
cares?
we won't have to deal with it anymore. And that I like.
No, I think the narrative will never go away until they win the Super Bowl, because people are. I've been around here and I've heard and seen how people flip flop. I've seen it. We've seen it in the chat.
Let it go.
So they're gonna flip flop regardless of what happens. We've seen it. We have proof. We can go on YouTube and pull back of the old chats. When golf has a bad week, what is a bad game? Everybody's on. Get rid of him. We told you he couldn't do it. It's not going to change until they win the Super Bowl. Then people can shut the hell up.
See, it's not going to change till they win a playoff game. You got to like be like a real team, Lindsey.
They are a real team.
I know they are a real team.
Well, why do you keep saying
They feel
that?
like a real team because that's the way it works nationally, Lindsey.
Lindsey, they've never won a playoff game in my life. I can't say they're a real team until I see them win a playoff game.
Man. See,
I think they are.
You
I
guys
think they
don't believe,
Yeah.
man. You guys don't believe. You guys
No,
don't
they
believe.
are. Spenny, we know
I
they
think
are.
they're going to win the team or win the game.
Yeah, and we know that
You
they
guys-
are.
you guys-
But Lindsey, Spencer Raxter is a grown man now that has tax problems, and he's never seen a Lions playoff win.
Who cares?
Like, he's old enough to have tax issues.
Well, he better
like,
be-
think about that.
Well,
And he's never seen his team win a
Shout out
playoff
Wesley
game.
Snipes.
It's Spencer Raxter, Wesley Snipes, and Yamir Yager. Those are your top three.
So here's the thing. You have something that you can hold on to now. You got something you can believe in. You see it. There's evidence.
He believes the government.
There's evidence right now showing you that you have a good, legitimate Super Bowl contending team, and you guys still are going to sit here and tell me just because all this other BS has happened, you can't believe in your team.
You know what else I see, Lindsey? I see those stupid fucking graphics. Lions haven't won a playoff game in 31 years.
Price
Longest
of gas.
playoff droughts in NFL history. Lions #1. I want that eliminated. I want that removed from contention. I don't want to hear about that shit. And I want them to get to a fucking Super Bowl. I want them to be able to talk about we won a playoff game in this millennia. We're going forward. We're going to make some things happen. I need it.
Corey Berry.
I need it like I need air.
And he needs the IRS off his back, too,
Yeah.
while we're at it.
Yeah.
Corey Berry,
Uncle
I
Sam.
didn't bring this up, Corey. That this is Neal's segment of If They. Not me, Corey. I'm just going along with the program. Okay.
Do you
I'm a
think they're
team
going to
player.
win?
Yes.
Okay.
I just told you by touchdown.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no doubt in my mind. I'm not sitting over here like, oh shit, the Lions, man. If they don't, no, I'm confident the Lions are going to win.
Brad says, I agree with Lindsey. People always have that thought of waiting for the other shoe to drop. So Brad agrees with you. However, I think I win the power rankings of people that agree with me because
because
Dr. Clappencheek says Neal is right.
Listen to his name.
Yes. He's a doctor. He's a learned doctor.
You're proud to be
Dr. Clappencheeks? He's a Dr. Clappencheeks? You know how many years of study you have to put in?
And that's the guy that you're going to hang your hat on.
Dr. Clapp? Yes, I ride with Dr. Clappencheeks.
It's like the notorious gynecologist, Dr. Howie. Dr. Howie Feltenstein.
He's a learned doctor. He went to medical school. He knows more about Clappencheeks than anybody alive.
Oh, listen to my guy, Shad. What is it? Is it Shad 2216 says
Block
Lindsey-
everybody but Dr. Clappencheeks.
No, block him. Shad 216 says Lindsey is more of a Lions fan than actual Lions fans. That's what I'm talking about, Chad. You fucking know the deal.
Dude.
I was on the bandwagon first.
That's true.
And I believe more in the Lions than the fucking Lions fans.
Lindsey, like, I basically said the same thing about Michigan, and I'm labeled a hater.
That is
You
also
are a hater
true.
about Michigan, though.
No, I'm not. I just expect more than their fans do.
So now you understand me.
No, because it's it's two
He
different
said no.
scenarios.
He said no.
It's
because
two different
scenarios.
scenarios. It is two
No,
entirely
it
different
is
scenarios.
not.
Chuck Brewer says, Neal, the Lions won a playoff game in the 90s, and the next year they were SOL again. Yes, but then in the following year they won the division again, and they went to the playoffs the following 2 years, and they went in 97. Now, they didn't win, obviously, but they had a run of playoff appearances. Like, that is the difference. And they have you have to do this. Lindsey, you have to win this game. You have to. You have to. Because everything is amplified now. Everything is.
They're going to win. Calm down.
I know they're going to win.
Take your meds. You'll be okay. They're going to win.
Well, Lindsey, you can't help. Again, you can't relate to this, but you can't help but get worked up about this.
Dude, I went through the teal stage and the burgundy stage of the Detroit Pistons. You telling me I can't?
I know, but 10 years before that, they had won back-to-back NBA titles.
I wasn't part of that.
I know that, but
I
for
was part
us,
of
for the
men
rest of us,
men in teal. You hear how that shit sounds? We sucked.
the teal. And then Joe Dumars gets hated
Thing sucks.
because he took teal uniforms to an NBA championship, and he's hated in this town as a GM, and he won 2 as a player. I'll never understand it. But
I
that's
don't
we
understand
do
it.
that in the summer.
Yep,
We have that discussion in the summer.
we do.
We do. But what if they win? BMG. What if they win?
Gonna cry. 100%.
gonna
See?
cry?
You
Gonna
see,
100%.
Lindsey?
Well, he
That's
has
my
to-
point.
no,
He's
but
gonna
he has
weep
a-
into his soft hands.
Yes.
But soft hands has a reason.
And they'll get wrinkly quicker than normal hands
Listen,
would.
No, he was snatched from the jaws of death. So I understand why he's crying. He
How does he get to crying? I don't.
because he almost died.
When did he almost? Oh yeah, that's true. That is true. Came back. He's a changed man.
I'm a new man.
He's a new man.
Right.
Jaws of life saved me.
All right. Hey, there's a new player in the insurance game, too.
There is a new player in the insurance game, and it's the same one we've been telling you about for a while, Swiss Insurance. Make sure you check them out. Swiss Insurance, it's the best time. Football season's here, and you know the Lions are going all the way. You can go all the way with Swiss Insurance. Shop it like a pro with Swiss Insurance. They cover Woodward Sports, and they should be covering you too. Ask for Mark at Swiss Insurance today at swissins.com or call 248-800-4177. That's 248-800-4177. It's Mark from Swiss Insurance.
At Planet Fitness, you can get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this?
You don't know how to use it?
This is better.
Join now through January 12th for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Never intimidating. Always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Join today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, January 12th.
Over 50 Metro Detroit locations.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports. Woodward and Main Street. The Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Rest in peace to the same old Lions. And guess what else has found the grave? That same old tired rock, paper, scissors game. Jack Labrador has revolutionized that old game with 2 new symbols and a franchise-changing 3-point play. Discover the action at jacklabrador.gg right now and find out why. Once you go Jack, you will never go back. It's going to be 3 degrees on Monday. You're not going outside and hanging around. Go to jacklabrador.gg. Get a new card game for the wintertime. Scan the code on the screen as well. It's Jack Labrador. 3 degrees on Monday. But whatever, we'll be feeling it, baby.
We want 3 degrees.
Spenny will be having the cold sweats. He'll be warm.
Oh, yeah.
Because he won't even be shutting it down till about 7 a.m. Monday morning.
No, I'm trying to get downtown at like noon. Take like noonish. Hit a couple bar skis and then hit up that bullseye tent.
And then slide
and
back.
slide back up here and get ready to go.
Noon.
Oh, yeah.
We did that for a Monday night game one time. We got to the parking lot at the Silverdome before it opened.
Hell yeah.
So, like, the gate was closed, so we just kind of set up mini shop right there out in front of the gate.
Hell yeah.
Got to work. The Monday night game against the Bears, remember that crazy one?
Oh, yeah.
My people, I worked downtown at the time. That was in my little 9-month window when I was out of the media game. My buddies got there at 9 a.m. for Monday Night Football.
Hell yeah. That's how you got to do it.
I went down there on my lunch break and did a Spencer Raxter power hour. And then went back up and finished work.
That's how you got to do it,
And then
man.
came back down and really caught up.
That's how you got to do it. Sappy Johnson says, Spenny will be in jail. Pay your damn taxes. I do pay my taxes.
He does.
Just hurts.
It's not. We don't say. I'm not saying he's not dealing with this problem.
I'm not a tax dodger.
Yeah.
I pay my taxes.
You're not Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, I'm not Wesley Snipes.
Or Yamir Yager.
I pay my taxes.
Or Al Capone.
It just sucks. Can't you not pay your taxes for like 2 years and it's like you got a grace period or something like that?
I don't know. My taxes are typically in order.
Yeah, mine are too.
And yours are too. Yeah. Like we just do it for content, for the laughs.
It still sucks.
It does. But again, Lions, Rams, we're getting into it. And let's go Red Wings Sparty. I don't have the mental fortitude to be able to pace myself that early before a game.
You don't pace yourself. You just power through it.
You just keep it pushing. What do you guys do? So, Spenny, you shared it. What's everybody doing how do you handle this? BMG, what's your Sunday look like?
Well, I actually have a lot of stuff to do before the game. It's my son's birthday weekend. So
happy birthday, little soft hands.
I'm doing some stuff for him that's going to keep me busy and occupied till the game, thankfully. So I'm actually kind of happy about that, so I can kind of just ease into the game. But yeah, I'm going to be super nervous the whole day, obviously. Mine's going to be elsewhere, but
do you get sweaty palms?
No. Your hands don't sweat, do they?
Not really, no.
Those soft hands don't sweat?
No.
Interesting.
I'll be sweating during the game, though, for sure, probably.
Yeah. What about you, Lindsey? What do you got lined up for the game?
I'm debating, man. I was thinking about tailgating, but it's going to be too cold.
No such thing.
Soft ass Lindsey.
Man. People telling me, we were talking about tailgating, me and Grant Long and my buddy Brian. We were like, hey, we're going to tailgate. He was like, yeah, we got to be outside. I was like, who said that? Who made that rule up? Can't you tailgate on the inside? Oh, who the hell said you have to tailgate on the outside? That's only in the summer. It's when the weather's nice.
Ransom says sleeping till about noon. That's a good way to get a base. David, I'm going to have a lot of food.
Damn right. I'm going to have some of that bullseye food. I'm excited. I haven't been to one yet.
Adiz 411, watching other football games and staying warm. How much are people going to be locked into that Packers-Cowboys game?
Oh, 100%.
Like,
yeah, because everybody wants the Cowgirls to lose.
And Lindsey.
Including me.
And you know what that means? If they do lose and we win, we host next week.
Yes.
Probably the Eagles or the Buccaneers, whoever wins that game. Like, we would host that next week.
Got to be cheering for the Fudge Packers.
I can't. I want. I've never thought in my life
you would cheer for the Fudge Packers.
I would say I want the Packers. Never, except this week I do.
You need
because Monday will be electric in here with the Rain Prescott stuff.
Yeah.
What?
And then we get to host another playoff game against the Bucs or the Eagles if the Packers win.
I'm just more thinking about the Rain Prescott stuff. You want to know what else? A sidebar of that? Obviously, the Patriots. Patriots said what they're hiring Jared Mayo, right?
Yeah.
As the coach.
Did they?
I believe so. Yeah, this morning. So here's a sidebar to watch.
Damn.
You guys have kind of heard me lob these out there before. If the Cowboys lose, Bill Belichick will be their coach next year.
Yeah, he's already playing golf with what's their owner name?
Jerry Jones?
They're already.
Is he really?
Yeah. You didn't read about that?
Who's playing golf with him?
Yeah, he flew down.
Belichick?
Yeah.
Can you imagine being Mike McCarthy?
Belichick coaching the Patriots would be the most fucking hated thing.
You mean coaching the
ever.
Cowboys?
Or Cowboys, yeah. Would
Yeah,
be the most hated thing
they
ever.
met on a golf course somewhere. They were out playing golf together. So you already know what Jerry's thinking about.
Burn. Bring me Fat Trisha. I want him. Jalen Carter, DeAndre Swift, all of them in Detroit.
The Eagles might lose.
They are
They're
reeling.
banged up.
They're reeling, dude.
Yeah.
They're taking on water.
A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith all got injuries.
I don't think they're as hurt as they portray to be. I think they just suck right now.
Brad.
Well, all those guys got injured in the last game.
Hey, burn them down.
Burn them down.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread, and I do like this one too. Oh man, it just flew away. Basically said church, bars, football. Well, hey,
Sounds like a good life.
Atone for your sins and be ready to go.
Create more sins.
Anthony Patterson, I still want those Cowboys.
I mean, who cares? I just want them to lose one way or the other. They're like a roach. They're like roaches. They survive everything. The fans are like roaches.
All right, the AP first and all-pro team got released.
Okay, this is like the real one.
The real one. Right tackle.
Penei
Sewell, Detroit Lions.
Oh, first team All-Pro, huh?
First team All-Pro.
In his third year?
Wide receivers. Tyreek Hill, Miami. CeeDee Lamb, Dallas. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Detroit.
First team All-Pro.
First team All-Pro, but not a Pro Bowler.
Well, Pro Bowl is for fans.
Let's see. Do we have any other Lions on here? Safeties: Kyle Hamilton, Antoine Winfield. Slot cornerback Trent McDuffie. Linebackers: Fred Warner, Roquan Smith, Quincy Williams. Interior linemen: Aaron Donald, Chris Jones. Edge rushers: Myles Garrett, T.J. Watt. Center: Jason Kelsey. Tight end: George Kittle.
The best in the business.
All right, second team. Tight end: Sam Laporta. Second team All-Pro.
Fair.
Yep.
Center: Frank Ragnow. Second team All-Pro.
Fair.
Jalen Reeves-Maben, special teamer, second team All-Pro. I think that is it for Lions. Brandon Ayuk, second team All-Pro. Dak Prescott, second team All-Pro quarterback.
Who's the first team?
Lamar.
Oh yeah, no brainer.
The league MVP.
Yeah.
Edge rushers, second team All-Pro edge rushers. Michael Parsons, Max Crosby. Linebackers: Demario Davis, Bobby Wagner, Patrick Queen. Slot cornerback: Teron Johnson, Buffalo. Safeties: Jesse Bates, Justin Simmons. Yeah. So, Jalen Reeves-Maben, second team All-Pro special teams. Frank Ragnow, second team All-Pro center. Sam Laporta, second team All-Pro tight end. Amon-Ra St. Brown, first team All-Pro receiver. Penei Sewell, first team All-Pro right tackle.
Pretty good.
And was he already elected to the Football Hall of Fame? Any word about that?
He was not yet.
Oh. Huh. Hoof-hearted. Dak? Really? Who is Dak? Who does this Dak guy play for?
I think he means Dakota Rain.
He's talking about the Cowgirls.
Okay, I gotcha.
Plays for the Cowgirls.
Yes. But yeah. All right. I do want to get into the game, like how you see it playing out. We've touched on this a little bit, but I'm getting some questions about it, and I do want to Cobzilla. Hutch, not even second team All-Pro, must be a bust. All right, funny. That's funny. That's pretty good. But yeah, I do want to get into the nuts and bolts of it. The game itself, the ebbs, the flows, all that kind of stuff. People pleaser. Pro Bowl is a talent show. AP is the goal.
This is the AP All-Pro.
Yes, this is it right here. So that's a legit one. Amon-Ra St. Brown is there. So there it is. Actually, I was kind of hoping he wasn't there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
because I want him to be even more extra out there. You know what I'm saying? Because, that stuff drives him. But
Yeah.
congrats to him, though, man. 4th-round pick in the NFL draft. And Amon-Ra St. Brown has willed himself to that spot. Those are the kind of guys you root for. That's what you like to see.
Absolutely.
But yeah, when we come back, we're definitely getting into that. Planet Fitness, everybody. We're live at the Planet Fitness studio. You guys know what it is. I was just there a couple hours ago. As a matter of fact, got it in, got a great lift in. Did light cardio today. It was just a 5K, Spenny. Just a little, just get the sweat going and get off there and get in there and clang those weights around like Spencer Raxter would do. Now, he's probably got like a lat day or shoulder day or leg day or something like that today. But hey, whatever day it is for you, Planet Fitness is where you're going to go. 24 cents down, $10 a month for access to your home club. It's a big fitness energy new year. So you can go to planetfitness.com. You can join there. You can pull in the parking lot of any Planet Fitness. There's over 50 of them in Metro Detroit alone. You pass about 4 on your way home from work. That's my guess, and I'm probably
They got
right.
a rock wall in there?
No, they don't have a rock wall. That's why a Black Card membership's $24.99 a month. And you can do everything you need to do at Planet Fitness. Trust me, I've been there 3 years. I'll never be a member at another gym. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Savor the heart of home at Big Boy with our all-new down-home comfort dishes. Feast on home-style goodness with our Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl, veal parmigiana, and apple pie hotcakes. The down-home delight doesn't stop there. Potato pancakes are back. Dive into the richness of our perfectly crafted potatoes with our classic potato pancakes and our stuffed potato pancakes. Top off your meal with our new gingerbread shake, a seamless blend of creamy vanilla and sweet gingerbread flavors. Nothing beats the comforting taste of down-home cooking. Enjoy every bite, only at Big Boy.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service the customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com.
We're almost through the Friday, everybody. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, NFL Wild Card Weekend. I saw the pictures. They were painting the logos on the field and everything like that.
It's time.
The division championship banners hanging. Here we go. Here we go, Lindsey. Not you. You guys have a bye.
Why you keep excluding me from being a Lions?
Because you're not taking part. This isn't for your team.
Yeah, but I'm a Lions fan too. I've been here only 35 years. Majority of my adulthood life.
Spencer Raxter just talked about it. There was some breaking news. The NFL AP All-Pro rosters. This is like the main one. 2 Lions make the All-Pro first team. Amon-Ra St. Brown and Penei Sewell. Second team members, Sam Laporta, Frank Ragnow, Jalen Reeves-Maben on special teams as well. So there was that out there. Okay, cool. Still got to go play the game at 8:15 on Sunday night. Nuts and bolts discussion, everybody. And jump into the woodwardsports.com chat thread because I'm curious to get your guys' opinion as well. Gritsville, USA. Who will be the Lions player that's not on your radar that will make a huge play? And I've often said, when you guys ask a good question, we'll make a segment out of it. And boom, here we are. Spenny, who you got on that, man? I think that's kind of a loaded question.
What was it?
Who's the off-the-radar player that will make a huge play in this game for the Detroit Lions? And I think it's kind of a loaded question because at some point this year, pretty much everybody on the Lions roster has made a play when you go back and think about it.
Yeah.
But who you got anyway?
Josh Pascal.
Oh.
I think Josh Pascal gets in there. He gets a big sack on Stafford. He's been heating up a little bit. He's been making plays.
He has been low-key.
They've been moving him around. I think Josh Pascal steps up. He gets in there, gets Stafford on the ground at a big spot in the game. Give me Josh Pascal.
I like that call. I do like that call. Drop yours into the woodwardsports.com chat thread as well. I mean, I'll tell you this. I'll spin it off to a side thing, like a big play. I'll tell you who needs to have a big game, and I don't like what I've seen as of late.
Who?
But I need Graham Glasgow. I need him. You know what I'm saying? I need him. That's who I'm looking for. He's a vet. He's had moments, some moments have been a struggle for him. We need him, man. It's time. But none of that matters. Only Sunday night matters. That's the beauty of all this. Only thing that matters is Sunday night from 8:15 to about 11:30. That's it. You got anything on that, Lindsey? An off-the-radar guy to make a play?
I need. Well, I don't think J-Mo's off the radar, but he has kind of not been. I need J-Mo to just be J Monster. I need him to have a monster game, like close to 200 yards receiving.
Oh, come on, Lindsey.
That's what I want. I can't ask for that.
Come on.
That's what I want. I want J-Mo to go crazy. Go crazy, J-Mo.
So you're talking like 12 targets.
Yes.
13 targets.
Yes.
15 targets.
Just throw it up like Randy Moss. Just throw the damn ball up. Just throw it up. He can't jump with me.
Sappy Johnson. Donovan Peoples-Jones with 2 touchdowns. Look it up, BMG. How much?
God.
DPJ 2+ touchdowns plus $1 million.
That's my guy right there too.
If you take DPJ to score 2+ touchdowns and it hits, I think they'll finance the rest of your life for you. You get to retire on the spot.
J-Mo gets 2 TDs, 180.
That's what. Okay, so we got Peoples-Jones with 2. Let's cook up a parlay, BMG, based on all these. You want to? J-Mo 2+ TDs. Peoples-Jones 2+ TDs.
Funny thing is, they don't even have Peoples-Jones on here to score 2 TDs.
They got him to score 1?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. Can you do that as we do this? Just kind of add it to the parlay?
All right.
I think that'd be a great segment.
All right, yeah, he's plus 850 to get in the end zone.
Okay.
All right.
Click it.
Yep.
They got a Jameson 2+ TDs? That's what Lindsey's calling for.
All right, let me find
Let's go, J-Mo.
Yeah.
Why do people take a hard time me saying the Lions is my second team?
Plus 2,900. So
what?
These two together is $10 to pay out to almost $3,000.
Okay. Okay, we're warming up.
I got $10.
Hold on.
I got a hot 10.
For 500.
Hold on. How many sacks you calling for Josh Pascal?
Oh, they don't have defense or you can't combine those.
Oh, you can't?
No.
Derek Lewis says TK85.
Ooh.
Obviously 2 touchdowns, right?
Yeah.
Jay Cruzen, anytime touchdown for Dan Skipper.
That would be awesome. They don't have him, obviously.
The ski mask boy, you can't have 6 touchdowns by the Lions. Well, yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can. Says who?
Yeah. CT Squid, what about Rodrigo receiving touchdown? Here we go.
I like it.
Here we go. Hoof Hearted, add Craig Reynolds, 75 yards and a touchdown.
Jesus.
CD Deuce, second game back, 2 picks. All right, now I like it. We're getting a little crazy right here. We are.
Is James Houston going to play?
He's practicing full practice all week.
Let's go, Jay Houston.
2 sacks.
Sack and a half for Jay Houston.
Sack and a half. Over 1 sack.
Jackson State's finest.
I love it when people take it this way, though. I do, man. I absolutely do. You know what always seems to happen, especially in these games, like when the Lions play well in these games, there's always a Benito Jones, John Kaminsky combo. You know what I'm saying? Like when they have these 4-sack games, and don't get it wrong. Like I think that's they are gonna have to sack him multiple times, multiple times, 3 times, 4 times. And we've seen Aaron Glenn. My only concern, because they've proven that they can apply pressure, and Aaron Glenn had to make some adjustments and made those adjustments and got kind of exotic with secondary blitzes and things like that. My only concern on that is the Rams have had time and tape to look at and dissect that and figure out what they want to do. Like, you can do it for so long,
right?
And then you can't.
Well, this will be a game of adjustments too. Of course, they didn't. He's going to come up with more exotic blitzes because if they can't get pressure with the front four, you got to put pressure. You can't let Stafford sit back there and get comfortable. You know, we can hate on Stafford all you want to. He has rocket launcher back there on that right shoulder. Mm-hmm. He can get that thing down the field. So you got to figure out how to get pressure on him. If it's exotic blitzes, if safety blitz, whatever you got to do. You can't let him sit back there and expose your secondary.
2 birds, both stones. We can't miss tackles on these guys. And that goes without saying because you see that especially in playoff games, in the college football. Everything is amplified so much. Because I've talked about this before in the playoffs especially. Everything shrinks. And you can speak to this. An NBA rotation shrinks. Everything shrinks. It's your guys. Like, you go with your guys. When you miss tackles and can't get off the field, Lindsey, it's crushing.
Oh, that kills you. That, especially, like you just said, everything is amplified. Every mistake is amplified. Every missed tackle is amplified. And more times than not, when you make a mistake like that, the other team always capitalizes. Always. You can sit there and watch. I watch playoff games in the NBA. A guy go down and make a bonehead play. The other teams come back and hit a 3. Boom. It never fails. Same things in football. You make have a missed tackle. More than not, the other team is going to go down, either get a valuable point or a valuable field or something that turns the game.
Brett Middleton, BMG, says an iffy interception is plus 650.
Jeez, I think all defensive backs are around that range, though. That's like the norm, like 650.
Kirby.
Where are we at with the parlay?
Well, we could only add those 2 things. So a DPJ touchdown and JMO 2 touchdowns is $10 to win $3,000. But we can't add any of the defensive stats, obviously.
Yeah, so 300 to 1.
Yeah.
We comfortable with that one?
I like it. I like the odds. Put your mortgage payment on it.
You'll get 300 mortgage payments. That'll pay off your mortgage.
Yeah, there's no downside.
I don't see how it doesn't hit, to be honest with you.
Yeah, honestly. It's a lucky year. I do think J-Mo's going to have a good game. I do think he gets in the end zone. I think they're going to be focusing. Sean McVay knows where Jared Goff likes to work. He likes to work in that middle of the field. Yep. They're going to be focusing on Amon-Ra St. Brown.
You know they're going to be all over Amon-Ra. Yeah. They're going to.
J-Mo's going to get behind the defense. I see him having a 35-plus yard touchdown. And he's been wide receiver 2 in this offense the past couple weeks. So they've been getting the ball more, getting him more involved in route trees. I think he gets around 80 yards and a touchdown. I think he'll have his best day in his career so far.
I think he'll see a lot of single man coverage. That's going to allow him. There's no one guy that can stay with that dude. But you gotta target him though. You gotta throw it up there a couple of times and let him go get it.
They've stretched him and they've stretched his routes as of late. You've seen it.
Yep.
You saw him come down with that deep ball the last game he played, the last game of the season. I think you guys are on to something there, to where, and that's what I've been waiting for too. Even if he's not open,
gotta give him a chance. Yeah. Yeah, he has to get that Randy Moss signal. You remember when Randy Moss, when he first...
He's running down the field, and then he just hit the people with the...
That means throw it.
Ken, let's do Pistons talk. Neal, you want to take that over, Lindsey, when we come back?
No.
Sorry.
I'm going to wish Lauren Mooney a happy birthday. My boy Brian Mooney's daughter. We were at the game together. Since y'all want to talk Pistons, that was the most enjoyable part, hanging with the Mooneys. Happy birthday, Lauren. Sorry the Pistons lost, but we did get to see Wemby. That's all the Piston talk we have today, folks. Thanks.
All right. I hope that satisfies your thirst. Tell them about Premier Pet Supply, Spenny.
I will tell them about Premier Pet Supply because you never get disappointed going to Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. The same prices and conveniences of the online and big box retailers with one major difference. They're family owned and operated for over 30 years. They have 60 brands of food with nutrition experts to help you. Same-day local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com. Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
Football. Glorious Cannabis is dropping a new ice water bubble hash infused pre-rolled called Honolulu Blue. It smells good. It's like the whiff of the first playoff win in 31 years that the Lions fans could smell coming oh too soon. It's a gassy, aggressive strain in honor of Detroit football. If you haven't had one of these ice water pre-rolls, you are missing out. So smooth. Find them at Dispo Dispensary for 25% off. Use code word Woodward Glorious at checkout. www.gloriouscanna.com.
All right. Keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, Lindsey Hunter, Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter as well. We got a big finish segment coming up for the Detroit Lions. But before we do that, because we get to do it, usually we do a nickel package. We call it a nickel package.
Nickel package.
But instead, since there's 6 games, and we've kind of talked about, the Lions, if you encompass all the NFL playoffs, we'll call it a 2 deep here. Let's do the 2 deep. Let's take a look around the NFL playoff landscape tomorrow, 4:30. Browns, Texans. Some people in this room tried to tell you that the Houston Texans were the worst to first, the most likely candidate to go from worst to first. Mm-hmm. Some people in this room told you who that was going to be. Some people in this room told you, hey, it's not a get right, but, put a lunch on it. The lunches are 4-1.
Oh, yeah.
And the Houston Texans, lo and behold, they are hosting a playoff game. The Cleveland Browns and the great Joe Flacco rolling into town with the Cleveland Browns.
Black has been reinvented.
What do you think about this one, Lindsey?
Man.
C.J. Stroud, a good storyline.
Great storylines, but Cleveland is tough.
Defense, no doubt.
They are tough. And Flack is back. Flack has been spinning it, dude. You been watching Flack?
100%. Everybody has.
Dude, he's been spinning it. But I'm still taking the Texans.
Really?
Yep. I like C.J. Stroud, bro. I'm a big C.J. Stroud fan, dude.
And I am too, obviously. I liked him enough to say, hey, they're going to win the division based on nothing. But I will say this. We talk about how things shrink in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's going to be different. It's going to be different.
C.J. Stroud,
I just think
defense.
I just think he got
with those stakes.
Oh, it's going to be tough.
In this moment.
He has what it takes, though.
The Cleveland Browns, a 2-point favorite, according to ESPN.
Yeah, I can see that. But that kid, man, I think he leads the NFL in, like, fourth quarter comebacks or something. Kid, he has what it takes, bro. I'm going with CJ. I liked him in college.
Spenny, what do you got on it?
I'm going with the Browns. Unfortunately, I think this is where the miracle story for the Texans ends. That Browns defense is just real, man. It is real. Denzel Ward, obviously Myles Garrett, like they are loaded over there. Jim Schwartz has them playing like this best or second best defense in the NFL. And Flag Daddy, man, he's still elite.
Jim Schwartz is a dog.
He is one of the best defensive coordinators in the league for sure.
He's a weird dude.
He's a very weird dude. Don't shake his hand too hard.
But he's a dog.
He is a dog. Give me the Browns.
You're on the Browns with it. WoodwardSports.com chat thread DNCENT. I love the Brown D. So there's that out there also. Lots of Browns love in the chat. BMG, how you see it, ma'am?
No, I like the Browns too. And these teams just played each other like 2 weeks ago, and the Browns won by 14 points. And
I don't think CJ played in that game.
He did not. I don't believe so.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, CJ didn't play, and the Browns were a little banged up. And the Browns are getting Amari Cooper back, and he's supposed to be fully healthy, who's been balling.
Katz, shut up.
I'm taking the Browns. The defense is going to be too much.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too. And again, the moment, right? How the game shrinks, the moment. I'm kind of leaning that way too. I'm kind of leaning towards the Browns. Dan Campbell's goatee. Schwartz will be the head coach of the Titans.
No, they're not giving him another chance.
I bet somebody does.
No, it's too many young studs out here to give. He has to wait in line. It's too many young guys that are budding superstars, and the Lions have one. You know, everybody has those young guys that are right on the verge of being head coaches. I think, and those guys are going to get the chances before I think he does.
I will say this. Myles Garrett was maybe the biggest L I ever took at the draft when I was like, I don't have a good feeling about this guy.
No, dude.
This guy is it. He's the best player in the league.
You didn't see his the athleticism that he had?
Yeah, but he came out of Texas A&M, right?
Yeah. Dude.
I remember watching those games, and I wasn't feeling it. Him and Aaron Gibson were the two biggest L's I think I ever took in draft analysis.
Dude, he was. I mean, you've seen him on the basketball court? Have you seen him play basketball?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was amazing. I'm like, damn, he might have been a damn small forward.
All right.
He's a monster.
Yeah, he can dunk at like 290 pounds.
Easy.
Yeah.
Like, easy.
The night game, a Peacock exclusive here in the Detroit area. Only available on local TV in the Kansas City and Miami markets. The Chiefs and the Dolphins. Game time temperature, right around 5 below zero. Game time wind chill, about 25 below zero. Ooh. ESPN Bet has the Chiefs now at a 4.5-point favorite. We discussed this, and it just, there's a couple reasons, Lindsey, and I'm not saying they're going to win the game.
Who?
But the Dolphins.
No.
I'm not saying they're going to win the game.
They're done.
But if you're going to make me bet my house payment on it, I'm telling you, especially now that it went to a hook.
Yeah, I'd take them to cover.
I'm taking the Dolphins with the 4.5. And everyone's talking about Tua and Tyreek and the finesse and the passing offense. And they are going to run the ball on Kansas City.
Run the ball.
They will run the football.
I just don't know if with the weather and how fraudulent their defense is, I just don't know if they can get it done. I just don't. Watching them, and they competed against the Cowboys. They competed. They showed that they are a legitimate playoff team. But I don't know with all with the weather and I don't know, man. And the Chiefs, they're proven, but they've been struggling. They've been reeling a bit too. But I just think they pull it off.
Justin Mallory in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. KC blowout. Both pass rushers are out for Miami. Jason, you don't think that's priced into the line already, man? Vegas knows that. I think that Miami's going to be able to run the football. Jack Harrington, Chiefs, sadly, flannel will be annoying. Mason Leach. Here comes the Mahomes warship service. What do you got on this game, BMG?
I think the Chiefs do win. I think the Dolphins will still be in it for the reasons you brought up, the run game. But I think at the end of the day, their defense is too banged up. Xavier Howard, the two pass rushers as well, all missing this game. So I think that's going to be a big factor. And I think if I'm betting on one quarterback, I'm going to take Patrick Mahomes. So,
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Brandon Katz says Neal still believes in Tua. Neal has been wrong about Tua all year. The Neal checks the NFL passing leaders and see Tua as the leader in the NFL with over 4,600 passing yards and 5th in touchdown passes. You're right. I was terribly wrong about him. Clearly can't play. Clearly is not good.
What?
Sorry. Guys, I'm sorry I let you down.
I don't get that.
Sorry I let you down.
This is not the year to take a victory lap on Tua. Not
Right.
being good, like
when he led the league in passing yards?
Right. You got him wrong, Neal.
He's a bum.
Yeah, sorry.
Spenny, what do you got on this game? You and I are in lockstep, right?
I got the Dolphins to cover, but I do think the Chiefs win it. They go out there and they have more. I think Pacheco is more aggressive. He's more of the playoff back than. Yeah, I saw that, Lindsey. I think that he goes out there and, like what Gentry said, that defense is banged up. They had to sign Bruce Irvin and James Houston, and they're going to be playing, or not James Houston. What's his name? I can't remember. Houston, pass rusher. I can't remember his name. But they had to sign 2 of those 37-year-old pass rushers because everybody's injured on their defense. They don't have enough guys in there to get pressure on Patrick Mahomes. I do think the Chiefs win, but give me the Dolphins to cover.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I am too. I wouldn't be stunned if they won though.
Yeah,
like I wouldn't. I would definitely not be in the market of laying 4.5 with the Chiefs. I'm seeing a lot of boycott Peacock stuff in here, but then Zanani says, I think he says it pretty well. He's like, yeah, Peacock sucks, but doesn't suck as bad as paying $200 a month for 1,000 channels I don't watch. Fair point.
Oh man, a lot of people don't like streaming.
Justin Houston, that's it. Yeah,
people don't like streaming, right?
I don't know what Peacock does differently, but their picture's the best in the game.
Yeah, they don't. There's not stream. Peacock is not streaming.
They probably got one of those 5K cameras.
Yeah, their picture quality is the best.
I'm a streamer.
The best. Let me see here. We can sneak one more in here. Okay, Sunday afternoon, triple header of playoff football action. The Steelers are at the Bills. Buffalo, according to ESPN Bet, a 9.5-point favorite. No TJ Watt. I know that's priced into the line already.
Doesn't matter. I mean, the Steelers tripped into the playoffs. Okay, stumbled into the playoffs.
10-7.
They stumbled
with Mason Rudolph.
I know. You got arguably the best coach in football.
How does he do it?
I don't know, dude, but he gets them to buy into every. He's never had a losing season
in 20 years.
And people are talking about he should leave. Why? Why would you let him go? Why would you let Mike Tomlin walk?
I have no idea, man. I have no idea. Paul Thomas, I don't like streaming because the picture isn't good. It is on Peacock. It's better. It's better than any cable box.
It is.
Satellite, any of it. I don't know what they do. They
Peacock
should all be
gets
that
it
way.
Done, man.
Yeah. What do you got on the game? You think Buffalo walks them or what?
Dog walks them.
I think it's one of those things where it'll dictate, the first score will dictate a lot, like the first touchdown.
Yeah,
if Pittsburgh can get it, then you can start going, you know what, I'm trying to make a case. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to make a case.
I don't see it. I don't see a path to this game being competitive.
That's my only path, and it's based on a multi-leg parlay.
Now, unless Josh comes out and start turning that ball over, then the Steelers can kind of have a chance. He has to have a turnover game, and he's capable of doing that. He'll start flinging that thing to the other team in a heartbeat multiple times. So if he has one of those games, then it'll be tight. But I can't see them, Pittsburgh, competing with them.
What do you got on it, Spenny?
Yeah, it's Pittsburgh limped in the playoffs. They're not a good team. Are they going to be starting fucking Mason Rudolph? Like, come on. Give me the Buffalo by 1 million.
Doesn't that 9.5 doesn't just seem too easy though?
No. Give me Bills minus 14. Like, I'll take that.
Alt line it?
Yeah.
17?
They're going to destroy them.
BMG, what do we got on the alt line, BMG?
I'm still going with the Bills, honestly. I was trying to find reasonings just like you. I think that line's a little weird. But once TJ Watt actually got announced that he wasn't going to play, it only went down a half. So that kind of steered me away a little bit too. So I think the Bills are just going to roll through them. They've been hot lately. As long as Josh Allen takes care of the ball, I think they can win this handedly.
All right. Make it attractive for you. Give me an alt line.
All right.
Bills minus 14.
14.5 will get you a much better price.
14.5. I'll take it.
So Spenny's planting the flag.
They're going to blow them out.
Spenny is planting the flag.
You said minus. You want minus 13.5 is plus 140.
What about minus 14.5? Plus 160?
168, yes.
Which one are you going with, Spenny?
Wait, what was it? Sorry?
13.5 is plus 140. 14.5 is plus 168.
I'd go 13.5.
13.5?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just saying. We'll finish that up when we come back. Let me tell you about Hamlin Pub. If you're looking for somewhere to go on Sunday night, all Sunday long, as a post up, there's 3 games, everybody. Every NFL game. So you know what that means. All day Sunday. The game day specials that start at $8. Go to HamlinPubs.com. There's 7 Metro Detroit locations. Find the one that works best for you. We have all of our fantasy drafts there. I'm a huge Hamlin Pub guy because it's where everyone's a regular.
All day long.
All day. All day.
At Planet Fitness, you can get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this?
You don't know how to use it?
This is better.
Join now through January 12th for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Never intimidating. Always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Join today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, January 12th.
Over 50 Metro Detroit locations.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a first-class, fast, and convenient car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman Automotive dealership in your backyard. Visit feldmanauto.com to find the location nearest you today. And remember, every other Monday, we're out there at Feldman Chevrolet in Novi, Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. It is Feldman Automotive. Coming down the stretch here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, just wrapping up this NFL playoff discussion. Just taking a tour around because we can do that because we're in the playoffs too.
Tim Twentyman tweeted 20 minutes ago, Dan Campbell said Sam Laporta is feeling better and will practice today.
Good sign.
So there you have that.
He's fucking playing.
He's playing. He's playing.
Second team All-Pro.
He's playing.
Tight end #1 per PFF or per fantasy in points per reception league.
He's playing.
Dog.
Playing.
He playing.
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 Also, some NFL news as well. The Washington Commanders are going to hire San Francisco 49ers assistant general manager Adam Peters as their new GM. He'll be tasked with determining the structure of leadership for the team and who will work alongside him, which includes determining the fate of Martin Mayhew, who was Washington's GM prior to Peters' hiring.
Ego.
However, let me read this here.
That's a good hire.
However, let me read this part here, and I may or may not be adding this on my own. We'll see. However, Martin Mayhew, by virtue of his trade with the San Francisco 49ers, may have sealed his fate in terms of staying with the Washington organization in some role.
That caveat. See, the insider trading, that shit happens for real.
You know it does, Lynn. I'm not telling you to say any names, but you know it does, and I bet you know it does intimately. Is that fair? Is that fair? No names.
That's fair. That's fair.
Thank you. I.e., the Chase Young trade may have earned himself a continuing role with the organization.
You know who else they got? The #1 offensive tackle in the NFL. You know where he came from, don't you?
Jackson State?
No.
Number one left tackle.
Left tackle. Yeah.
Because we know who the #1 right tackle is.
And we know who the #1 offensive lineman is.
Correct. And
motherfucking soup.
He's only the number one. He's only the number one right tackle in the league until he decides to go play left tackle.
No, he still won't be number one if he decides to go play left
You're
tackle.
crazy,
We know who
Lindsey.
the number
All
one
right.
left tackle is.
Your best stats, Trey Williams.
We know who the best left tackle is.
He had more pass blocking snaps
Yeah,
and
but he's
less
on the right
sacks
side.
allowed.
Yeah, but he's on the right side. We're on the blind side.
That's fine.
The blind side.
Panay will go in there.
Strong
and
side. Left side.
let's wrap this up real
Strong
quick
side.
because I
Left
am going to be locked into this one, and I think a lot of you are now too, even if you don't know it yet. Packers, Cowboys. Cowboys 7-point
Let's go,
favorite.
Dutch Packers!
Cowboys a 7-point favorite according to ESPN Bet. All right, thank you for that contribution. Big Mike Gentry.
I do think the Cowboys are going to win, but I would take the Packers +7.
Really?
All day.
What do you got, Spenny?
I'm with Gentry. I do think the Cowboys are going to win, but give me the Packers to cover.
I think it's going to be an either-or thing. The Packers will get cooked, or they will win. There will be no in between. There will be no Dallas wins but doesn't cover.
Okay.
And I will let you know what that will be at the end of the first quarter.
How did the Fudge Packers get in the playoffs, man?
Somehow, some way, man.
Hey, we needed somebody better to play the Cowgirls.
Well, there's nobody left though.
I know.
Yeah, the Falcons.
The Saints.
Yeah. No
The
thanks.
Saints might.
The Packers are better than the Saints.
No, I don't know. The Saints' defense is better.
I don't know. Packers got some dudes out there.
I mean-
Is Jair like back with the team?
Well, here
I think he got injured again this week.
I know what you guys. You wanted the Seahawks in there because here were your
Yeah,
choices.
yeah,
Here were your
Seahawks for
choices. Here's the 9 and 8 teams: Green Bay, Tampa Bay, the Saints, and the Seahawks.
I don't want the Seahawks in the playoffs because I don't want to even look at the Seahawks, but they're better than the Packers.
Yeah,
Not
they
down
are.
the stretch. They had it. It was all there in front of
they
them,
choked pretty
and they
hard.
choked, bro.
Yeah, they are.
It was awful.
And they could beat the Cowgirls.
Brandon Katz, Penei Sewell is not close to as good as Lane Johnson. Hey, guess what, stupid? Penei Sewell's first team All-Pro, so he's better. Suck that one, Katz. Lane Johnson's second team All-Pro. Last time I checked, first is better than second, nerd. Fuck him.
All right.
Put that in your pipe, cat shit, and smoke it.
Where we at, everybody? Where we at? Where we at?
Lions. Lions. What is it, -3?
Yes.
Lions cover.
Definitely.
I think so too.
Definitely. I got them by 7.
I could-
Touchdown.
That you know how that works. That 3-4. It depends
I
on
know.
who kicks the first field goal, whether it
Right.
gets on a 3 or gets on a 4. You know how that all works. Real quickly, Eagles Bucks. No one cares, right?
I mean,
Bucks.
It could be the Bucks.
Bucks are going to take them down.
Baker.
Baker the touchdown
They can't.
maker.
They can't lose to
Baker the touchdown
You know what, guys?
maker.
Yeah. Let me help you guys real quick. All right.
I think the Eagles win, even though
Eagles win.
100%. Yes.
Eagles are done. They're cooked.
They're
Have you
pretty
seen them
banged
play lately?
Yes. I've also seen the Bucks play.
But the Bucks won.
Bucks have looked pretty good.
Yeah.
but I'm still taking the Eagles.
The Bucks did just score 9 points on the Panthers.
Yeah,
and they
but
got what they
no,
needed to
Baker
win it
was
all.
hurt. Baker was hurt.
Thank you.
Baker was hurt.
Eagles.
They won, though.
Eagles up to a -3 according to ESPN Bet. I really like them better -2, like for betting purposes.
gonna lose,
I
man.
would have. They're gonna win.
No, they're not.
Yes, they will.
They are going to lay
It's
an
the
egg.
Bucks.
It
It's Baker
doesn't-
Mayfield.
Okay. Watch what I tell you. The Eagles,
BMG. When I break down games like that, what's the success rate? It's pretty high.
It's pretty high. And
is it perfect?
Well, nothing's perfect.
Oh, that's my point. Eagles lose.
No chance, bro.
Okay.
All right, chat. There is so much on the line.
A lot on the line.
There is. This is the biggest game of my life as a Detroit Lions fan. There have been none bigger than this one. None. I mean, think about it. Like, even the playoff win over the Cowboys. Like, it was a nice story. It was cute season.
What do you mean? Any win over the anytime you can send the Cowgirls home with their tails tucked between their legs. It's glorious.
No, I get that,
It's
Lindsey.
glorious.
But it just with the season and what was promised and what was delivered. And look, society has changed since then too.
Yeah, society has changed.
See, there's going to be some Lindsey. If they don't win, we talked about it. We talked about the ifs earlier.
Yeah, they're going to.
I'm fine where they are as a franchise and all that. You will not see me like flip out. I'll be crushed, but I won't flip out.
First of all, if we go back to the beginning of the year when we were predicting, records. From the predictions we got early on, all you guys should be satisfied.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think they are. I think they are with the finished product. But my point of the discussion is
everything else is, hey, this is cherry on. This is topping right here.
Here's what it is. Hoofarted says it perfectly. The Lions can shrug off 30 years of failure with one win. 60 Minutes can shake the stench of 30 years, and it can, Lindsey.
I can smell the stench of his breath.
Corey Berry, 55 and a half hours to kick off.
Let's go! I'm more fired up than you guys, man. I'm excited. OGFV
Gaming, we talked about this yesterday. The moon phase is with us, unlike the Thanksgiving Day game.
Waxing Crescent.
Waxing Crescent,
and
that is right.
If you need a wax, all you got to do is come to Lady Jane's. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. You can register to win a trip of your dreams and all expenses paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament. That's right, no expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. That's right, college basketball's most elite event. You and your 5 best friends just get to any Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically register to win the trip of your dreams. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Dreaming of buying a new home but feeling the financial pinch? Mark White & Associates, your trusted real estate experts, are here to help. Mark White and his team will pay up to $5,000 of your closing costs. That's right, I said $5,000. Call Mark White & Associates today at 248-290-8242 or visit them at markwhitesells.com. Again, call Mark White & Associates today at 248-290-8242 to make your dreams come true.
We made it. Final segment of the show. Under 55 and a half hours to kick off. Rich Diana, WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Lindsey, when my Lions play your 49ers, are you still a Lions fan? No, he's not.
I'm always a Lions fan. Just more of a 49ers fan.
The Ski Mask Boy, this is not the biggest game. Lions winning is a lock. So that begs the question.
It is definitely the biggest.
Is this the biggest Lions game of your life? This has
So
to be.
far.
This has to be 100%.
It's not even close. You guys know the answer to this.
Biggest game of our Lions, or biggest Lions game of my life until next week.
Right.
But that's not the question.
No, yeah.
The question is this the biggest Lions game of your life?
So far.
Yes. There's no way that it's not. Brandon Katz, the Eagles are at their best when they're underrated. Well, that's funny, Brandon, because they're a 3-point road favorite, which means they're a 6-point favorite on a neutral field, which means they're a 9-point favorite at home, Catspot. Right?
Absolutely.
With any BMG, you're in the betting circles. Is that pretty much the logic?
That's pretty much correct.
All right, thank you.
And I'm not even like I'm not going on what the betting lines are. I just want the Eagles to lose.
That's fair.
Same thing with the Cowboys. Like I don't care that they're favored. I want them to lose. I mean, come
we know
on.
You want the Cowboys to lose, Lindsey.
I always want the Cowboys to lose. Look.
I know better than anyone.
Hate those.
Yes.
Dingleberries.
George Eagle, the 91 NFC Championship game was the biggest. They were also 14-point underdogs in that game.
Whoa.
Like, come on.
AJ Brown just deactivated his Twitter account.
Oh, yeah?
Who did?
AJ Brown.
Yeah, he's been going through some things.
And he deleted all Eagles-related content from his Instagram.
He's out of there.
Damn.
Bring him home.
I'll take him.
Bring him
a fucking dog, dude. I will take AJ Brown.
Oh, man.
Yes. Truth teller. Wasn't the NFC Championship the biggest game of Lions history? No, they were a 14-point underdog. The writing was on the wall. They weren't no one expected them to win that game. Nobody expected them. What's a 14-point underdog? BMG, that's what, about 3.5, 4 to 1? 5 to 1 underdog?
Yeah.
Niners have 4 first-team All-Pros on offense.
How are we going to get through this on Sunday? For real. For real.
I don't know. I have no idea, man. I don't know. Never had to deal with it before.
God, there's so much on the line, man.
Yeah. I'm with you. It's my expectations for this year for the Lions were to win the division and win a playoff game. So they got half of it done.
And they're a favorite.
If they don't get the other half done, it's a disappointment.
Somebody said AJ Brown probably was sick of cats bots. Oh.
IT Hip says lots. I just don't. The stakes, man.
Look, man, before the game, get you a good old shot of that. What you like to drink, that old bourbon?
Yeah, I will.
Get you a good shot of bourbon.
I'm going to get right.
Get your, take the edge off. I'm going to have the Ciroc pouring and flowing. I might grill. It's going to be cold. I might grill anyway.
Yeah, it is going to be cold.
I don't care.
I know. I got to move the grill over to the sliding door.
Yeah, move closer.
Yeah, because I do it. I grill all year.
Me too.
Sappy Johnson, I'll only get pissed if the refs blow this game. That can't happen.
It's not going to happen.
Could you? What if? Are you on a what if?
No, that's not going to happen.
What if that happened?
That's not going to happen.
They're not making it out of Detroit alive.
There would be like a legit riot.
Yeah.
Like a legit riot.
That's not going to happen.
Uh-oh.
They got rid of the only crew that was possible to, throw the games. Oh, it's time for us to get out?
It is,
They're kicking us out already?
They're shooing us out of here.
Damn, Pete.
Andrew Schmidt, alcohol, Neal. That's how. Well, we're being shooed out of here. So we got to go. I'm surprised. I'm surprised you haven't seen one of those Broadway hooks come across the screen and yank Lindsey and I by the neck and just yank us out, and then the multicolored bar screen pops up on there.
Yeah,
oh God!
National anthem.
Oh.
8:15. Sunday night.
Hey man, let's go! Let's go, Lions!
Dude, that's sweet.
Let's go,
Now,
Lions!
hey, real quick, Kat said this, and this one I do agree with.
Come
this
on.
one game will determine Goff's future in Detroit more than anything. Holmes can't give Goff $200 million if the Lions lose. Like, I will say this: everything resets, Spenny.
Yeah.
Like that, and I'm consistent with that.
Everything resets in the playoffs.
That whole second in the league in passing, fourth in touchdowns. You go out there and you don't play well, none of it matters.
None of it matters.
Those are the stakes.
Well, there were other quarterbacks that didn't play well in the playoffs. They got like $230 million. What makes them different?
I didn't. You know what I was getting at. Come on.
What?
All right.
I'm not throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there. Other quarterbacks that haven't won a playoff game got $230.
Uncle Neal's soft feet. Good show, boys. Now get the hell out of here.
Kick rocks.
Kick rocks. Real quick before we go, I do want to, because I do actually have to go to Indianapolis today, so I do want to get out of here. But somebody in the chat said 28-35 Lions win. I got a big problem with people that put the lower score first.
Yeah, I don't like who
irrational.
does that?
I have an irrational problem with it. 28-35 Lions.
It sounds like they would be losing.
Yeah, it don't sound like, yeah.
All right, everybody. The Lions live stream. Spencer Raxter, his father Danny Raxter, Darren McCarty et al. Will be making an appearance. The pregame show, Woodward and Maine on Sunday. I am afraid he'll do the pregame show. We'll have the postgame show as well. Shtick.
Anson, probably Maz.
That's the postgame show. We are doing the Lions coverage better than anybody in Detroit. That is a fact. All day Sunday. Lock in. Here we go, everybody. The biggest Lions game of our lives.
Let's go!
Talk to you on Monday.
Peace.
Well,
this guy will not stop coming, dude.
See you later.